In this lesson, we will see how we can learn to paint angular rocks. Now, before we start learning about angular rocks, let us first just see what is the meaning of planes. If you consider a cube has got how many planes? 6 planes. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the underneath, then one behind and on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 planes. Plane means the surface which is flat and facing us. Now in the case of the cube there will be 6 planes. However, in case of angular rocks there are plenty of planes, and that is the reason why angular rocks will always appear broken, uneven and irregular. So in order to paint such an angular rock or such angular rocks, what we do is make a mixture of burnt sienna with some black touch to it, so as to make a chocolate brown mixture. We mix these two and make something very irregular. So we have several planes, irregular planes, and they should be as far as possible straight. So this is one rock which I have painted. Base coat. A second shape would be an irregular shape next to it. A chocolate brown, oh so sorry, some white has crept in. Anyway, I remove it with the help of a little darker tone and prepare another rock with several planes. Notice how irregular these rocks appear. There may be yet a small one by the side of it. Or we may make this one a little bigger. Now allow this base coat for all the angular rocks to dry. So after making such irregular shapes and allowing them to dry, once again we presume light coming from the top left side. Or, okay, this time we consider the light is coming from the top right side, let us presume. If that happens, then obviously all the right sides of each and every rock will become lighter and the left sides by and large will go into shadow. So for that purpose, I mix burnt sienna with some white, burnt sienna and white, and I add it or overlap it exactly over what I have done earlier, maintaining the flatness of the tops and the angular feel. The same way I overlap the second one. And I go on adding irregular strokes of the flat brush to produce different planes. One more here. I wipe the brush, not wash but wipe the brush, and use the same brush to pull or spread the color over the other areas. So as to produce a bit of texture. Then I take up some black and add some cross lines which work like the shadow tones of the planes. Then give some finishing touches. By crisscross strokes of the brush. So what I'm right now showing are some very irregular planes which are less conspicuous but are present there, making it look more and more angular. Please use only such a flat brush for showing rocks, angular rocks. Round brushes may not be much of use in this exercise. So this is how you can show rocks. Now, if you wish to show a few cracks over the rocks, simply take a 3 number or a 2 number synthetic hairbrush, round brush, this way, and pick up some semi-liquid black and just drag a few lines over this to indicate cracks over the rocks. Now, please restrict the number of cracks because if you show too many, it may not look very attractive. So I've just added a few cracks over the rocks. Now let this dry and we can add a little grass at the foot of these rocks for the sake of completion. In order to show the grass at the foot of the rocks, I make use of a hog brush, a flat small hog brush, and mix sap green and a little lemon yellow and toss it underneath each each rock. Please remember that only a hog brush will give you this result because smoother brushes will not spring up this grassy texture. So this is the way you can show the rocks sitting in that grass. Adjust the grass with the help of a fine round brush if required. Adding a little bit of black to the sap green may produce areas of shadow for the rocks and they may appear casting their own shadow on the grass. So that's about it. If you have liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.